Hi, continuing on. Hunter the Vigil, yeah. Endowments. Since hunters are not supernatural and they fight the supernatural, they need an edge. And some of these compacts and conspiracies give that edge to their members in various forms. Task Force Valkyrie, for example, has advanced armory. They've developed all sorts of special ammunition and well, weaponry really to help their operatives to either just kill, destroy or immobilize the threat, no matter what it might be. Benedictions are drawn from ancient Catholic rites. They're pretty cool, different sorts of like prayers really, and some of this takes considerable willpower and talent with the occult to pull through. There's stuff like a good old rite of exorcism. It's always fun. Then there's castigation. Gifted by the blood of their infernal ancestors, the hunters of the Lucifuge call upon the very powers of darkness they struggle against to make the world safe for humanity. These are pretty creepy powers. You have to really think on when it's suitable to use castigation. And Lucifuge also gets a familiar of some description. And then we have the elixirs of the ascending ones, where they get like improved eyesight. They can numb their minds against mind control and stuff like that. Then we have the relics. For example, the Eye of Hubris. Quartz crystal the size of a tennis ball and the shape of a human eyeball. Its mere presence seems to infuriate witches as it causes their spells to go awry more frequently. So, you know, a nifty thing to have if you're going up against something like that. And then we have Thoma technology. Keiran Group's implants that they put on some of their more, well, trusted, I think, field operatives. Stuff like Quick Step, where it's not just enough that the guy is like fast on his feet, you have to be fast enough to run down werewolves. So yeah, they do something to your feet, the ligaments in your feet, or legs rather. And then there's finally research and development, so you can develop your own little tricks. Even if you're in a cell or a group that is completely made up by the storyteller, this book gives you options on how to create like different types of endowments that fit that group and how to balance them. It's really flexible. And finally it hang on, where is it? There. Chapter 4. Special rules and systems. Just like the change in willpower, there's also a change in experience, in that they also track something called practical experience here. This is an experience pool that is rewarded to the group as a whole. If they save innocents, they get more. If a hunter dies, they get less, and so on. And at the end of each hunt they are awarded a certain amount of points. And this practical experience cannot be spent like normal experience. They can spend a point to regain willpower or increase skills and merits, including endowments. But they don't get to increase attributes with this. And this can be used to purchase tactics, which is very handy. Now, tactics are these combat styles that the hunters use in order to take down different sorts of baddies. And for example, they can do deprogramming, where they get someone who's been abducted by a cult and they break them down and build them back up again so that they can return them to their family. That's a tactic. But there's also right next to it this dentistry. You're going after a vampire, so one guy trains to grapple the vampire, another trains to pull out the fangs, stuff like this. And all these actors who take part in this tactic make their own roles, and they are required to have certain skills and certain points in abilities. Overall, there are a lot of these different tactics, and again, rules for making your own. Yeah, they're very useful, but one thing that I'm going to bring up in house rule video later on is that I think these should be free to the hunters. I mean, they're not so overpoweredly useful that they should have to pay practical experience to buy them. But that's just my opinion. I'll go into it in the final review video why that is. But I think we're gonna cut it short here, because the next part of the book is going to be, yeah, chapter 5, storytelling. One thing I should mention at the end of this chapter is equipment. General gear, multi-tools, glow sticks, social equipment, badges, forged stuff, polygraphs, all kinds of stuff. Cool expanded list of equipment. Yeah, back in another video for chapter 5.